All right, hey everybody, back with another news feed here for you. This one from Kelly Blue Book. I found this on here. Is Nissan in trouble? Yes, they are, okay? But it says owners need not worry much. That's what we want to talk about today. We've talked about this in detail. Every internet thing there is blowing up about how Nissan's going out of business, how they're going to disappear, how we only have 12 to 14 months to survive. Okay, all of this stuff. That one line right here has been the motivator for every doom and gloom thing there is on this. And I understand it. This is a scary statement. And Nissan is in trouble for sure. But Nissan's going to be just fine. And this article actually shows you how. And I like it. So let's dive into it. So we go down here. It says, it explains why they laid off the 9,000 workers. They're starting to do this. We know that Infiniti is now joining into, merging. Infiniti is going to come over and share it's going to dive in and become part of some of the Nissan dealerships. We know there's been a lot of shuffle in the executive community part of this thing with people coming in and going out. We know they're doing a lot of things, taking major pay cuts. They're doing whatever they can. Here we go right here. Several rescue options, okay? If those efforts fail, the company is still likely not collapse entirely. Instead, it may find rescue through an outside buyer. Okay, Nissan is searching for an anchor investor to help it survive its make or break year, the Financial Times explains. Two activist investor groups known for taking over troubled companies, Oasis Management and Efizimo Capital Management, have already bought small stakes in Nissan. Private capital investors would likely cut Nissan's operation back significantly, seeking profitability but not abandoning a company whose operations on multiple continents and are nearly a century-old brand. Okay, they're saying it's not going away. It might scale back. It's going to have to cut some corners. It's going to have to tighten up its belt, suck it in, and deal with it a little bit. But it isn't going anywhere. It says right here, Nissan, however, could seek out rescue from a rival. The company has not ruled out the possibility of long-term rival Honda taking a majority stake in the company. Okay, pretty interesting concept here. We know some of this stuff, but not everybody does. That's why we're doing a video on it. Such big brother, little brother relationships aren't uncommon among Japanese automakers. Giant Toyota holds partial stakes in both Mazda and Subaru today. Both companies compete with Toyota, but Subaru's unique appeal among outdoor enthusiasts and Mazda's performance branding give them their own market niche. Outside ownership could be just what Nissan needs to create a more distinct personality, setting it apart from a generalist parent like Honda. So again, we just wait and see how this goes. But the moral of the story here is this right here. Owners need not worry much. Okay, that's the key. That's the big takeaway of this whole entire thing. Don't worry about it. Okay, this is big corporation. This is big business. They're going to do what they got to do. They're not going anywhere. They might be struggling. They might have a little bit of troubled times right now, but they're going to be just fine. Their Frontier sales are doing incredible. They do have a new. They got a new. Where was it here? They said it in here somewhere, but they got a new EV here, a new hybrid. It's about to hit the market. They got stuff going on. So, like I said, don't overthink it or don't worry about it. I would not be afraid to buy a Nissan today. It's not going anywhere. This one here, great one here. My son Silverado's having his transmission issues, and I helped him fix it with the same fix. But it says, but warns you never to have your transmission flushed, okay? So we go in here, I highlighted a couple parts. He says, one of my son's 2016 Silverado was having issues with the transmission. Having owned several Silverados and GMCs over the years, I've dealt with this issue as well. I normally didn't have the issue until it was about 100,000 miles or higher, but the fix was the same. I would never have a transmission flushed. As stated in the article, it tends to loosen debris, which then gets worked back into the components of the transmission. Instead, I would drain the fluid, clean the pan, replace the filter. Once done, fill it with proper levels, and it worked like a champ, okay? So that's the key thing we're talking about here. Unless you are doing flushes like early, like you do your first flush at like 20,000, 30,000 miles, do it again at 50, 60,000 miles, and you're regularly flushing it, don't even do it. Okay, instead, changing the transmission fluid is fine, but don't flush them. Okay, it says it right here. He delivered a valuable piece of advice for truck owners everywhere, not just GM. Never flush your transmission. Okay, it says flushing forces fluid through the transmission at high pressure. While this process cleans debris, it often dislodges tiny particles of metal and dirt that can lodge themselves in critical transmission components, such as solenoid or valve bodies. The result, potentially worse performing transmission than before the flush. Okay, he goes on to tell you how he does it here. Drain it, clean the pan, replace filter, refill with fluid. Says right here, what do you do if your truck has transmission fluid or issues? Pay attention to the symptoms. Look for slipping, rough shifting, delay engagement, or warning lights on the dashboard. Avoid quick fixes. Resist the urge to jump to a flush. Consult your owner's manual, trusted mechanic. Inspect the fluid. If it's dark, smells burnt, contains debris, drain it and replace it may be necessary. Service the pan and filter. As Derek recommends, clean the transmission pan, get all the crap out of it, and replace the filter. Ensures your transmission gets a fresh start. This one here, should you never flush your transmission? He says it right here. It's important to note that some manufacturers and mechanics do recommend it under specific circumstances. If your vehicle transmission is regularly flushed as part of routine maintenance, well before signs of trouble, the risk of stirring up debris is minimal. Okay, however, for older vehicles that aren't experiencing problems, a flush may do more harm than good. You got to watch this flush thing. Okay, a lot of the, I haven't been to like a 10-minute or 20-minute oil change place in a long time, but those were notorious for this. They always had that machine right there. Do you want your trans flushed today? You know, that kind of thing. We can do it for X amount of dollars. That's the thing they're talking about. Be careful when they start recommending flushes. Forget the flush. Just do the drain. All right, moving on from there, we got one more topic we're going to hit on here today, and that is this one right here, the 2025 Heavy Duty, the Ram HD Heavy Duty. And we got some changes for it, for the Cummins. So, look at this right here. It says right in here, Cummins turbo diesel engine is set to undergo significant upgrades to enhance its performance, efficiency, and durability. Okay, they're keeping it as a 6.7. They put the 7, whatever it was, I can't remember. 7.2, I think it was, is on the back burner. They're going to stay in 2025 with the 6.7, but it is new. Okay, one of the standout updates here, it says one of the standout updates for 2025 is a switch to the ZF Powerline 8-speed. It's a brand new 8-speed, which replaces the outgoing 68 RFE, which people hated. I loved it. They hated it. And the ASIN, the AS69 RC 6-speed that was an option in a high output version. This new trans is expected to deliver smoother shifts, better fuel efficiency, and improved towing capabilities, offering a more robust solution for heavy-duty pickup truck owners. We're awesome. We're excited for this new combo. Okay, very excited. Says the new 6.7 Cummins engine itself will receive multiple upgrades. Some of these are interesting. Sources from hdram.com have revealed that the engine will feature a redesigned cylinder head with external injectors and fuel rail lines, enhancing both efficiency and reliability. Its iron block construction ensures durability under demanding workloads. Glow plugs are replacing the grid heater. Good, bad, we don't know on that. People go both ways. Glow plugs do fail. The grid heater has been working great for many, many years. So we're not sure on that, what it's going to do, but they're saying it's going to provide better cold start performance. So that could be something there for emissions. We're not sure on that. The intake manifold has been re-engineered to improve airflow. Top loading cartridge filters for oil and fuel will simplify maintenance. You can do it yourself now. It's a lot easier than before. It wasn't hard before either. On my 2019 Cummins, cakewalk easy. 2 fuel filters, oil filter was easy. Everything was pretty simple. One in the fuel filter in the back, one in the front. Was not hard to do. Additionally, the high pressure fuel pump has been redesigned to address reliability concerns seen in previous models. Now, so what I understand, just because I know stuff, it's not in this article, but is the new fuel pump is going to be a CF4A or a CF4 Plus. The CF4 Plus maybe? CF4 was that fuel pump was the one it was in the 2019 that they had to basically dump and recall and go back to a CF3. But now they're going back to a CF4, but it's called a CF4 Plus. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with this fuel pump, but I know the CF4 was a nightmare for Ram for a long time, and for Ford too, if I'm not mistaken. So another major improvement in this inclusion of the whole set variable geometry turbo VGT. And its 10-blade design, this advanced turbocharger optimizes exhaust gas pressure and airflow to the engine, ensuring better power delivery and responsiveness, particularly when towing heavy loads, so we're going to get less turbo lag, is what they are saying here. So this new Cummins will be available in both the 25 and the 3500 models. We are pretty excited about it. And here's the best part. Ready for this? Love this direction here. Cummins pricing matches a 2024 high output model. Okay, that was what you got in the 3500. The 6.7 Cummins will remain an optional upgrade of $12,600 over the gas version. Okay, it's going to going to the Cummins is $12,600 more than going with the Hemi that's in there. According to the latest dealer guides, the price matches the 2024 high output variant of the 3500. So they did not raise the price anymore for this new motor and this new trans. That's pretty amazing. Buyers opt for the Cummins will now benefit from the ZF Powerline transmission as standard equipment with no additional charge, adding significant value to the package. Pretty excited. We're going to see what happens here. This truck will be the 2025 and the 2500 and 3500 models will be basically announced and put on display at the 25 Detroit Auto Show on January 10th. So we're excited to see this. I like what Ram's doing here. This is a pretty nice feature. This is going to be an amazing motor. Going to be an incredible transmission. It's going to be a huge update for this truck. Very, very exciting stuff. And let me know your comments down below. Thanks for watching.